We're doing it live. We're doing it live. I don't know what's happening right now, but chat, if you stuck around, thank you for doing it. We got to yap a little bit, and I don't even know if the guy on my right that has a Toyota logo in the top right, I don't even know if he's here. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. He could show up at any given moment, but for right now, he is not here. But also, welcome to episode 31 of the podcast. I am your host, Devitt. The second half of the season, we're going to be talking a little bit of mid-season review along with our usual shenanigans here on this podcast. But yeah, as I had mentioned before, that is notably not Rydog here right now. I gotta look far and wide. Where could another voice possibly be? Speak up if you are here.
Well, we are doing it live. Rydog's not here, but I am coming in, just like Rafa Benitez did to rescue Newcastle United when they were in trouble. This is the only Mazar. I am filling in for now, whilst Rydog is away. Let's get started.
Man, that was actually a crazy little intro right there, kicking him out for Rafa right there. Oh man, that was beautiful. I'm glad you did it that way. But yes, welcome on in to the podcast. We gotta start yapping about something and get my obligations fulfilled because I am in the midst of busy season as an accountant, so my time feels very limited and whatnot. And Skyline, thank you for the 100 bits. Now, before I start yapping on too much about the yap, we gotta start talking about this past week in SGL. So whenever we can, let's go take a look at what happened in SGL this past week. Running down the matchups, going to start with the premier. Cinco Doce getting swept by Chrome 3-0. No, that is not the result you just saw on stream. That was a different Cinco Doce. That was against the Dallas Burn, where unfortunately the Burn also dropped that series 3-1 to the Cauldron. ECRC jumped the hurdle over El Matador 3-1 in that one. Sounders RC not able to pull out the result while still looking impressive, but no go against Timbers Army over in the championship. Steel Army could not capitalize on the opening, and the Rebellion get the season sweep on Steel Army in that one 3-1. EC Eternal sweep Los Verdes 3-0, and EC Defiance looking strong as ever. Sweep Axe and Rose, and looking down the line, Maz, what are some of like your highlight series that you saw on display this past week?
I'm gonna keep it a buck right now. I felt like this week didn't have as many thrills as the past few weeks have had, but I think we've been getting spoiled by SGL anyways, so this was a bit more of a reality check for all of us. With that said, I was thoroughly entertained by what I saw in Steel Army versus the Rebellion, with how good the quality of play was in your matchup against the New England boys. EM versus ECRC is always a banger. They turned up and had incredible moments. A lot of good Rocket League gameplay as well. KC Cauldron versus EM Dallas Burn had an insane game 3 that I'd love to talk about. But for me, those are the only highlights. Coincidentally, they're also all the matches that had no sweep. So, I mean, when you have 4 sweeps in a week, there really isn't that much else you can honestly cover outside of, well, one team was just that much better. If anything, we could talk a bit more about Cinco Doce versus Frontera Chrome, because that, to me, is a surprise.
Yeah, that's one that I was not penciling in as a sweep. I'm looking at the team going, dang, they basically added a supersonic legend to their team, and he played, but yet they got swept 3-0 by Chrome. Like, I know Chrome are such a solid team, but you wouldn't think a result of 3-0 would happen against that Cinco Doce side.
Exactly. You know, Cinco Doce is a good team. They beat Frontera Chrome the first time they met up. It was 3-1 to Cinco Doce. So to see Frontera Chrome get a sweep on them is kind of shocking, not gonna lie. And this was a Frontera Chrome side that was missing Fiery French Toast, who has been a very good player for them this season. They had to contend with Shaybomb, Larson, aka Chelsea Man, and Meki Ducky for the whole match against a Lesico Dose side that fielded Palace, Devon, and Kaser. So to see Frontera get a sweep against that Lesico Dose team, not gonna lie, that's a surprise.
Yeah, exactly. Almost going back to roots a little bit, having Shea Bomb, Chelsea Man, and Meki Ducky out there. Maybe it was just the right formula that you needed. I want to go back to that, or at least going back to the 1 series. ECRC taking down El Matador. Usually they have their number, but maybe it's a case of no coup, no win for EM.
All right, listen. I know whenever the coup's around, EM just has this miraculous result somehow that they pull out against ECRC. You know, instead of Couve, though, they had Huey. So come on, like, that's a big upgrade. You know, you'd at least expect 2 points from EM. But ECRC really stepped it up. They were looking so good. Toe Death was at his best. Gojo was absolutely sharp. And Spanky was absolutely phenomenal as well. So EM had to be at their very best to beat this Emerald City RC side. Game 1, they had Skyline, Gnostics, and Luis. Game 2 onwards, they had Huey in place of Skyline. And you know what? EM did play very well, but ECRC were the more clinical finishers at the end of the day, whilst EM just, you know, they look good, but they're kind of stepping on each other's toes a bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, and this was exactly the result that ECRC needed to maybe try to steer the ship correctly, get it back on track, maybe finish out solid, show at least a positive season with a little bit of change going on in that side. And briefly, you want to go talk about that game 3 between Cauldron and Burn? Because you seem like you were really excited to talk about that one.
Yes, I am. That game 3 was absolutely incredible because all Cauldron did was make 1 sub. In the first 2 games, they started Fatality, Smitty, and Serrano. What did they do? They brought Funch in for Serrano. Funch is still a good player. Funch, Fatality, and Smitty is still a good team. They had to contend with Pico David, Anomaly, and Wicca. Yes, there was no Caesar for games 1 to 3. It was that exact lineup. In game 3, Funch comes in. What happens? EM Dallas Burn beat KC Cauldron 5-2. And guess who scored that game? Pico David. And the fact that EM Dallas Burn scored 5 goals against that Cauldron team, that is an absolute shock, in my opinion, and an absolutely insane game result for this season.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect a game to go that far against KC because, like, as you had mentioned, Funch is a good player. I don't understand how that team just sort of kind of died in that game and let that result happen. Like, you don't watch that thing happen too often. Caesar, be happy your teammates are, you know, filling in the gaps as they play against that KC side. Luckily, not swept that series, but a fun one to at least spectate. And then lastly, I mean, I know you said you didn't want to talk that much, but also at least want to like get like a slight perspective of you on Rebellion Steel Army because that's one that you penciled in as well. What were some of the things that you were looking at as far as like entertainment stuff that you notice?
Yes, for me, Steel Army versus the Rebellion. Honestly, I thought that was going to go 5 again. So I was very surprised when the Rebellion pulled out a huge win in game 4, and I want to give credit to Triple C for that. Triple C stepped up big time. He was really struggling in game 3. Shorts and Polar, though, stepped up and pulled a win out for the Rebellion. Game 4, though, it was a total team performance from them, and I don't know what happened to you guys at Steel Army, because it seemed like you guys couldn't contend with their pressure and aggression.
Yeah, it was tough to keep up with at times because Triple C, like, while not defensively stout, because he panicked sometimes and they gave up some goals, whenever he was on the aggression, hard to stop. Dude was always getting in your way, leaving opportunities for Polar and Shorts to capitalize on. Just excellent work done by Triple C. Got to commend him on that one. Very much agreed, and that was a big difference maker for them as they take that one 3-1. So I'll wrap up a little bit of the recap for this past week. We are again still in league play this week. Not going to show you the graphic quite yet as far as what's happening this week. But You know, we do gotta talk about some stuff every now and then, especially now that we do get to the end of the week. And, oh, okay. I know we were talking about, doing on the fly, and Maz is here. I mean, he kicked Rydog out, but we gotta power rank the teams. We gotta transition this one back. Now, guys, I have a bit of a problem right now. We just had a cinematic production of Maz quite literally Rafa Benitez booting him out, but right now, I am watching and hearing somebody pronounce themselves loudly in the stream and probably ready to yap as well. A challenger yapper, you might say. And, yep, he's back. He's back. Mr. Rydog himself. Get the golden axe back. Come on in. How you doing?
It's we're here. Sorry I'm late. I was just crying over the Penguins losing and the Steelers losing yesterday, so
no.
It's just been a rough couple of days for us Yinzers here. But it's good to be back. Maz, thanks for covering for me for a little bit, and we're here. And I came in at the perfect time because power rankings. Oh yeah.
Hey, you came at the perfect time. I mean, it's unfortunate that you had to watch another Penguins shootout, which nobody should ever watch if you're a fan of the Penguins. But at least now you get to make things better by yapping about all your favorite teams within the league. And I gotta wonder if we're gonna differ a ton, because honestly, the way this season keeps going, I'm seeing opportunities for things to go against. I know we're gonna be starting with the premiere. We gotta start with you guys up there, and I don't know if you're quite ready yet.
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Also, just for I have no idea if this is gonna come across in my microphone at all. I don't think I heard shit, but the receipt is there. That's what I was doing. Doing the classic hold up and flick the receipt. It is actually ready to go this time, of all things. So, the one time I have it super prepared and I'm not even on camera. Oh well. Time to kill that. It's time to power rank these teams, and I'm going to be starting off because I'm not in this league, so I feel way more comfortable making fun of you guys from here rather than down in my perch in the championship. So, we're going to go bottom up, and there's going to be a little bit of toss-ups and probably a little bit of confusion in some aspects because apparently I can never do this shit right. But from the bottom, SRC, you're still not moving. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a moment where I put the Dallas Burn as 6th last time and ECRC at 7. That is not happening this time. EM Dallas Burn, you are going back. You did not get swept, but also you didn't beat KC, but also you did win in a random game 3 against them where it was Funches to Serranos. I don't know how to grade you guys. You're a good team, but it's just nothing's going right now. In 6th place, differing slightly from the standings and on a little bit of a downward trend, we're going El Matador on this one. A team that I had at 2 2 weeks ago, essentially. They're now going in the 6th spot. At number 5, they're getting a little bit of a promotion. It's KC. No, never mind. That's not right. Whoops. Hold the phone.
You can't even read a receipt, guys. What are we doing?
I can't read. My brain is fried because you know why? ECRC are actually going in this spot. They look like they're finally getting a little bit of movement up there, so they deserve to, be ahead of El Matador in this one. I like to see where they're going. I hope they continue this pace. Number 4, I'm going to have to give it to KC. They're finally moving out of that number 5 spot for me. Although I honestly could see them, staying in that 5 spot for as long as possible. But, they're getting the wins. They're up to 3rd place. They're looking pretty solid while doing it. Nothing too convincing, but, they at least can earn their creds of being up in 4th. In 3rd. Yeah, I know. They got swept. I don't care. Let's Cinco Doce is still staying here. They got swept by a Chrome team, and it wasn't even that super duper crazy of a sweep. I just don't see how I move them any further than that. I don't want to put KC above that. I don't want to put ECRC above that. It's tough for me to do. Actually, only team I could see probably pushing above that is maybe the Cauldron, but nevertheless, top two always remain the same. Timbers Army on top and FSD Chrome in second. Now, Rydog, this is just absolutely beautiful, right? You have no changes whatsoever. You're ready to just be like, yep, that was perfect. We don't have anything to talk about.
I wish I could say that. I think I have one small tweak. Actually, I have two small tweaks. So, when we're I guess, are you done yapping? Is it my turn? Am I just rolling?
I'm handing it off to you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. My bottom two are the same. Sounders RC, EM, Dallas Burn. Yep. I think I'd have to go back and see unless somebody, my RL fact checker can get me in the chat, but I feel like a Dallas Burn Sounders RC series, not even just because they're both 1-8 and they're both right there. I feel like that'd be a really good series because I feel like both teams are good enough, and obviously slightly biased this week because of TA playing Sounders RC. They're close games. Like, I felt like when we played Dallas Burn, it was a close game. Maybe not like series over the course of the series, it might be a sweep, but the individual games were close, and I felt like it was like that for a little bit, at least in a few of the games for SRC. I think I'd give a little bit of the edge to Dallas Burn, and that's why I think I have them above them at the end of the day. But I'd love to just do some research to see how they actually. Oh, they played both of their league matches. Caesar thinks y'all are top. I mean, you're top 7, Caesar. I think you are. You can confirm it. You are in the top 7 SGL Rocket League teams in the country. In the world, even. I'll even give you your top 7. So, yeah, make that for what you will. Here is my one. Here's one of the changes I have. I have ECRC and EM flipped. So I have ECRC 6, EM 5. I think that's a 5A, 5B situation. So I don't hate your listing there, flipping those, but yeah, I think what you had EM a little bit higher, right? A few weeks ago, you were just saying. I also had them, I think, at 3 or 4, and so yeah, cooling off just slightly. So if that continues to slide, and of course we play ECRC this week, so we'll see how they play. But we might flip those and kind of match what you're doing depending on kind of results this coming week. But for now, that's gonna stick like that. 4 and 3 I have the same, which is weird because KC is ahead of Lysenko Dose on points. But I just think you give me one more KC win and I'll propel them up. I think just one more good performance and one more win. I think I put them at 3. And then same thing. I think Lysenko Dose sliding a little bit. And so we'll see what happens there. Oh, Maz, you got ahead of yourself, dog. I don't know. Number 1, can we take off number 1? Can we take off number 1, please? Can we take that off? Thank you. Number 1 is Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin and the Steelers front office. It's about time. It's about time. I love Mike Tomlin. I was very happy and very sad to see that news today come through my phone. Legend, absolute legend, first ballot Hall of Famer, no questions asked. But you know, what's that Jamie Carragher quote? It's like you got to leave the football before the football leaves you. Obviously, he's talking about soccer, but I think football just makes sense in that sense. And football might be a little bit from Mike Tomlin. We'll see. I could totally be wrong.
We do not care.
But yeah, I guess we don't care. But yeah, Mike Tomlin and the Steelers FO get number 1. There, but yeah, FD Chrome, and then yeah, if you want to bring back the seriousness, yeah, TA at 1. There you go. Yeah, business as usual for the top 3 or the top 2 teams there. I know points-wise, like KC starting to break out potentially, but I still think it's kind of a 3-tiered log jam where you have TA and Chrome kind of 1-2 in that first tier. The second middle tier, you've got KC, Basinko Dose, EM, ECRC right there, and then you have the bottom tier in Dallas Burn and Sounders. So, yeah, there you go. Hopefully nothing too crazy.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. I can get behind it. I also legit thought he was going to screenshot that one with Mike Tomlin as is and throw that in the SGL discussion.
Why he didn't? Oh, I really thought he would. Oh,
I mean, who knows? He might still have that around. Oh, no, he put the real one in.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. That's okay.
All right. We'll leave it for now, but that was good. That was good. Yeah, surprising amount of agreement on this one. I think it's, like, as Matt said earlier in the podcast, it was almost like a little bit of like an off week for, not like off, but just kind of like uncharacteristic in that there was like sweeps everywhere. Just felt like it wasn't quite itself. Wasn't quite the craziness as expected. And I think the only like super craziness that we saw was probably ECRC getting the edge on EM in that matchup, but even then everything seemed to pretty much go as about expected.
Well, it's like those tiers, right? And I know they're metaphorical tiers, but I feel like in that first tier with TA and Chrome, you can have some flip-flopping there potentially, right? In that middle tier, you can have some flip-flopping, right? I think the KCs to ECRCs, I think all those teams can flip on depending on the results. So like ECRC getting the better VM, I probably potentially should have had them above EM in my list, truthfully, now that I think about it, but oh well. And then that bottom tier can be flipped. So it's just, yeah, like I said, it's a group of 1 and 2, and then 3 through 6, and then 7 and 8. So
gotcha. Well, yeah, that does it for the Prem. We are going to be transitioning to Championship Power Rankings, where I'm going to let you go first this time. I know we've had our arguments about this one, but because also we did have a bit of I guess like we were kind of like on the same page, but like we had our like different arguments for why we did what we did last week.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering to see how this week goes.
Yeah. It's gonna be probably almost exactly the same, if not the exact same, from last week. LV, unfortunately, 7. I mean, that 0 game match percentage is looking kind of scary at this point in the season. Hoping they can win one series or even one game before the end of the season. Yeah, they need some improvement, which I think did they get some improvement in the transfer? We might have talked about that last week. I can't remember, but we'll see how they do the rest of the season. With I think I saw some new transfers there, so I'm probably wrong, but it's fine. Axe and Rose at 6. Yeah, I wish I was around more to be more involved in their development, and whether that be just hanging out in calls with them, coaching sessions or whatever. I just, you know how it is, accounting life is just crazy, and some work stuff's been just happening and all that real life and stuff, I guess. So it's been difficult because I know Greg's been hitting me up a few times like, hey, you watching, or hey, did you watch that, what do you see and stuff, and I just feel bad because I either watch it very late from when he's asking, and or like not in a timely manner. So yeah, you can write me a management letter comment for that, but yeah, it's I gotta keep him at 6 there. And then the next two are gonna be the same as the table: EC Eternal and Azul. I think Azul is obviously doing much better in the cup. Slash, I think, did they lose in, no, they lost in 7, right, to Rebellion, maybe?
No, it was
or are they 4-1, maybe? Okay, 4-1, yeah, I'm thinking of something else. But Azul looks really good. So I'd love to see the head-to-head, and like I said, I've done no research because I was rushing in here, to see how those two teams have matched up, to see kind of where the edge is there, but, I mean, I trust my my horse engine in Doughboy, so, what have we got? Who is 5th? Follow the table. EC Eternal 5th, and then Azul 4th. Sorry. Yeah, but EC Eternal's on the rise. I feel like obviously they played an Axe and Rose team, I think, this week. Or no, did they? I see it. I'm so lost. Work's been pooping on me. That's my excuse. I like Eternal too. I feel like those two could be switched given on a given day and stuff. So, but yeah, for now I think it's Azul. Like I said, I trust my horse dungeon friend. 3 Gatekeepers, EC Defiance. We've already seen one upset from them this season. I think they can do it again if they all peak and take down either you or Rebellion if they haven't played the reverse fixture yet. So they're ones to watch out for, man. They are good. They are 1 or 2 games away from being a top 2 team in this league, and I know we talk about them all the time, and their story coming, at least from when I joined in season 7 till now, has been awesome. Just to see them, bottom of the table, not really very many wins, to middle of the table, getting some, series wins, and finally putting it together. And then of course now they're 6-2, and looking awesome on the field. So good for them there. Yeah, and then Steel Army 2 and Rebellion 1. I think that's pretty whatever. I was gonna put Mike Tomlin again at 1, but I decided not to. But I mean, yeah, I did tune in just for a quick second before I joined, and Maz was talking about Triple C, man. I mean, that whole Rebellion team is so stacked, and I know last week we talked about with that upset, Triple C's not being there, like that's a huge blow for them, and does him missing really mean that the whole team falls apart, or potentially leaves the door open for other teams? Maybe. Of course, we only have one series of samples so far, but I mean, if Triple C's in the lobby, you're getting destroyed. So it is what it is, and they are the best team in the championship, and I think, yeah, they're in the finals in the cup. I think they're guaranteed top 2. I mean, the way the league is going, they're probably guaranteed at this point a top 3 at minimum, if obviously 2 or 1, which is probably where they'll be anyway. But yeah, they're the best team in the championship. And are they like the I don't, this sounds rude, so I don't want to make it sound rude, but like, are they like the, what is it, like Norwich City of the championship and or what was it, Leeds? Like they just go up and down, one of those teams where they're like just dominating the championship, but then they get up to the Prem and they can't quite handle it, and then they drop down, but then they kill everybody in the championship. I don't know, but
that's the Norwich special, yeah. No, you're on the right track with that one. All right.
Yeah, so it's the same as the table, right? Yeah, pretty lame, but I think we've said it all season that like the championship's a little bit easier to rank, just given the way the teams are and just how everything kind of flows together, than the Prem. But
all right, chat, I have an apology for you. Championship did not do its job of being super crazy, but it has a weird little love triangle going on of sorts where EC Defiance has beaten the Rebellion, but Steel Army has not beaten the Rebellion, but EC Defiance has not beaten Steel Army. So I don't know, it's a lot of back and forth in that top 3-ish area right now, so that's why it's a little bit hazy as far as like who's gonna potentially end out coming out on top with this one. But unfortunately, this is where the apology part kicks in. My power rankings are the table.
Whoa!
I have a lot of hope for that FSD Azul team to put the works into that one, and also with the slight caveat that I was already spoiled to the match that just happened with them on it was Sunday. That match happened between Defiance and Azul, so their matchup's already done, and Defiance swept Azul. I was not ready for that.
Okay.
So, and they didn't rotate their lineup, but that was not a lineup I expected to sweep Azul. I'll say that. So that's also why I'm like, oh, okay. this is interesting to see from Defiance. So I think they get a push up here in this one.
So are you just to confirm, you're doing the same as the table?
Yep, same as the table.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
it's weird, Debit, because I feel like it might have been 1 or 2 weeks earlier this season, but definitely last season there was more just hoopla in the championship. Just a lot of it's a coin flip, 5 games or 4 games in overtime. Like, we have no idea what's actually going to happen. And this season it's been a little bit less of that and more so of like all right, we kind of know what's going to happen.
I don't know if I would totally put it that way. I mean, in some ways it feels like it was more predictable because the way Black and Gold Old Timers just kind of controlled the table, but we just happened to play them in week 1 and beat them 3-1.
Yeah.
So it just looked weird all season to see how that one would shake out. But like to the rest of it, yeah, like it was like pretty linear. This one at least has the mix of Defiance are throwing in some random results that you would not expect to see, and also Azul have at least been playing confidently enough to get to at least top 3 in the cup. But now the league results aren't quite going where you want them to, especially after nearly beating Steel Army in 5 as well. So now I feel like there's a bit more nuance in this season compared to last, but it's still shaking out in the championship style.
Okay, I like that.
At least I can answer on that front. But yeah, boring power rankings. Feel free to boo. But you know what I gotta say? Why are you booing me? I'm right. I do
You're
not
right this
care.
week, I think. Of course, it's the 1 week that Luis is in chat, so he can't see how right you are. But I'll back you up on this one. If he comes crawling in here saying, "What in the world is Debit doing?" I'll say, No, Luis, relax. Uncle Deb's got it this time. He took his meds this time, and he's okay.
For once in my life, I took the meds right before the podcast. Who would have thought? But all right, yeah, we got to the yapping part. We got to the power rankings. Now that we're at, this like sort of midpoint in the season, at least. Oh wait, do we want to wait for? Oh yeah, we can wait for this. Okay. Let's go to a couple things real quick before we talk about a mid-season review. But whenever we get this up, we got some updated top 5s for you, which should be coming up on screen for you. Yep.
It's a little small, but bear with us.
Zoom in on it. Do what you got. For some reason, it looks cleaner on the stream than the actual stream preview that we get beforehand. That might just be a Discord thing. Unless my eyes are going through that 1 and 2 test.
No, you're right. You're right. It looks better on stream. It will.
Yeah, nothing. Interesting to see that now we're seeing Bisbo and Huskies push into the top in points per game. Seeing them up on goals per game. Park's getting into the mix. Yeah, we get a couple new faces every now and then. At least championship, I'm seeing a lot of differences out there every week now compared to the usual suspects we've been seeing. Trying to look over in the Prem and see if I'm noticing anything different right now. But also, your boy Loy Boy is casually controlling Golden Boot Race and Golden Playmaker as well.
He's also top 3 in total saves. So, yeah, he's insane. But there is one shakeup, Debit, to the Prem list, and that's I actually am on a top 5 in
Holy!
assists. I never am. So I'm tooting my own horn here because I never am. So that's cool. I had a lot of assists this past series, which obviously helped me boost me there. And I don't think I'll be anywhere near Loy Boy in a total assist or anywhere near the assist per game or anything like that. But it is nice to see my name. It's crazy to me though, and granted, this is me not watching a lot of Chrome as of late. And maybe I need to go watch back some VODs, and maybe next week we can add this to the list or do like maybe like a mid-series, almost or just past mid-season like awards, like MVP shouts and stuff like that. Because I was really gonna say like Chelsea, man, gameplay-wise has been insane, but like you just look at the numbers and they just like don't back it up completely. Like maybe a little bit, like points for sure, like the assists for sure. I don't know. I just feel like he's. I mean, I guess top 5 in goals isn't that bad, right? So maybe I'm just eating my own words here, but I don't know. And that's taking, of course, Loy Boy out of it, because I mean he's just dominating everything. But I'm biased when I say that because he's on my team, of course. But
I think there's much to be to worry about as far as that end goes, because given that he's 16 goals ahead on total goals. He's near 5,000 points ahead on total points alone. Nearly 100 points over on the next for points per game. It's hard not to just see the dominance that he has here in the Prem.
Yeah, it's at least for me though. There are some weeks where I'm like, holy crap, he needs to carry. He's getting us out of like sticky situations, and I think those moments, at least for me, are worth more than just the points per game, the goals per game, and stuff like that. Like, if we look at like a KC, where they just have the most insane goal line stops, where you're like, oh, that's a top cheddar shot, like nobody's saving that, and somehow Serrano or Smitty just get up there and save it, and you're like, what in the world? Like, those are worth more to me than the 75 points that they get. And of course, Rocket League being Rocket League, sometimes they don't even give them the 75 points for that, even though you're like, yeah, that's probably bouncing in, and they somehow save it, and they don't get the points for it. So, obviously, Lloyd Boy's dominating the statistics and the numbers part of it, but for me, there are some weeks where he's just like exactly where we need him to be as a team, where Reese or I will mess up a clearance, or we'll clear it right to the attacker again, and another shot comes in, and Lloyd Boy's right there. And it's just like, it's scary, because it's something we take for granted sometimes, which is why he's so valuable. But at the same time, it's like, okay, that's when like those oh crap moments need to happen of like, hey, we can't do that as a Samaritan in Champ 2. So
yeah, no, exactly. You're saying you are the goal line stopping machine. Well, it's hard to say when you're also putting up 2 saves per game right now. I don't know. Like
2 saves per game is actually like insane when you think about it. The fact that Rocket League never gives saves to actual saves, and he's averaging.
Like if it's too quick, you don't get it.
Yeah. And it's like, how many of those do you think Caesar's had? Probably a lot. And so that number, saves per game for sure, and total saves, are definitely under inflated. Like, they need to be higher, just across the board. Like, I bet you could add 15 saves or 10 to 15 saves for everybody, and that would be like the real-ish number. But of course, Rocket League and Bacchus mod and then what is it, ball chasing don't work like that, unfortunately. But
I don't know. See how it goes, but yep, there's your sneak peek into the top 5s as far as the end of week 9 goes. And chat, I am happy to report, at least for this time, because we're on a vibe session and I don't have slides prepared for you. We do have clips to at least react for you this time, and they are already posted to YouTube, so you don't have to worry about like going back to the VOD. You can go straight to YouTube. Let's get ready to roll these things over so we can start reacting.
Dude, I'm excited.
Last week in the cup, and he did
I purposely don't watch him so I can watch him for the first time on here.
Teammates now.
Hey.
So
also, oxygen decal fire, dude.
There's something about that decal.
As the ball goes across, Bearblitz just taps it in.
How much does Bearblitz actually know about
take
that?
The lead in 47 seconds.
Good dribble, though.
Great start.
This one I was
Steel Army.
legitimately
Devitt
surprised
fakes out
to
the
see this
defender. I
one
think it was Triple C
get
expecting
over.
the extra touch from Devitt.
And I just saw Triple C miss.
There, Bearblitz chips it in. 1-0.
Also, are you cheating on
really,
Pittsburgh
really good
with
start
the
for
oxygen
Pittsburgh
decal? Because aren't they Boston?
I criticized Devitt for being
Unbelievable.
really bad in game number 1.
Is Oxygen in Boston?
Well, he's been really good.
Yeah,
in
they're
game
out of
two,
Boston.
So
They're owned
that might
by
be a sign that
what's the Patriots owner?
to tell him he's playing bad even
Crap.
more. I mean,
Oh, what a touch.
that's fantastic.
Bearblitz, hello?
I have to imagine if you're on the goal line.
Craft,
now,
yeah,
as
that's
Triple
who
C
owns
is
them,
not
so you might want to take that
expecting
off.
Bear
It's a
Blitz
clean
to do
decal,
that.
to be fair, but
You know, I would have thought Bear Blitz would
You
have
know,
gone for
in
the demo,
retrospect,
but I think getting that final
I think this
touch
makes
was
a lot
an
more
even
sense why
better
they lost.
decision from him. He gets his hat trick as well, and with
Because you
how
were wearing that
the
decal,
games
maybe,
have
dude.
gone in
That's
the
what I'm
champ
thinking.
this season, typically the team that goes up to 2 wins the
peak?
match afterwards.
Raisin Boy peak? How about a fake?
Yeah, that typically is how it goes. Lovely read from Bear Blitz there. Love that on low boost. But
What are
this
we-
is awkward.
oh.
Raisin Boy.
Hold on, maybe there's something
Not
I don't
a
know
lot
yet.
of boost on the backboard.
Oh, it's
But
good
he
save.
makes
Okay.
a
Nice.
save, denying short.
Oh my gosh, why did I
What
spawn
would be
here?
a for sure goal in
Oh my,
Bear Blitz.
Bear Blitz knew nothing about
He knew
that.
absolutely fuck all about it, Maz, but he saved the ball and Steel Army are still
Holy
in
What a
it.
thank
call.
you.
We get some good,
What a call.
back at the ball now. But so far, Steel Army, this could be a chance. Bear Blitz denied by the other MVP candidate in shorts. And so,
yeah.
so far, the ball is in the orange half.
Oh, that would have been
open
insane.
net.
Did you read that? Oh, you're the
Finds
best.
the
Oh,
shot
what a
for
save.
Ah.
Shorts. As he's done so
George
much,
is
Maz.
probably like
he
the
finds the save.
best defender
Shorts
slash
recognized that his
third man
teammates
in
were
the
in
championship.
danger.
This dude's
He
like
takes the
impossible to get
pragmatic
by.
approach goes into the net.
Haven't really seen much of that in game number 4, but I do like this. Good.
Oh, what a
50.
50.
Shorts should have full boost. Free ball. Can we see something mechanical from Shorts? Let's see it. Double tap, and
Can't
it's
give him the
there!
backboard,
Shorts.
please.
5-3. The mechanics were called upon, man.
I'll add some context.
1-0.
I saw Raisin on the
hour.
backboard, and then I was
Covers
like,
the Shorts
oh,
from
frick.
the sidewall. Double
Yeah, he looked
tapping.
backwards there. A little
When
bit.
Yeah, it
the
was
going gets
unfortunate
tough,
positioning.
Short steps up and delivers. The Rebellion have missed him. Neutral 50 right there gives Palace a chance to create an
I haven't
opportunity.
seen Shea Bomb in a
Good
hot
shot, but
sec.
an early save, and now on the transition yet
gorilla.
again. An awkward.
Oh,
That's a great touch, Mr. Duck.
Ducky.
He's even
Also-
Fine finish.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I saw that in the rocket
I
pass
didn't
and said, if
realize
he's
he
not
had
doing
that
this,
under
I'm
control,
forfeiting
but Dream
everything.
was ready for it.
So-
and that is
And just
textbook
uninstalling the game,
Jericho.
so thank you,
Punishing
Mecky Ducky, for
Cinco
saving me.
Dose. Gessar comes in to a
That
baptism of
they listened to him.
fire.
Maybe
And
it
his
was
team
Shea
are
Bomb
down
all
2-0.
along, and in Munza Death, they're like, hey, we got this guy.
Shea-Bomb could have
His name's
get
Mecky
back.
Ducky. We need a
Mecky
rubber
Ducky
duck
gets
gold
beamed,
explosion,
but
dude.
bumps away.
Exactly.
Kessar.
Make
So
it
shout
bad
out-
time, do what
shout
you
out
gotta
that
do.
team, man.
Passing play right there once again. Palace having to make that
That's an
save.
unfortunate
Kessar
touch.
play gets to Ducky,
Okay.
who tries to get into the far
Oh.
post. Misses.
Wait
a minute.
Soft
Oh.
lob
Good
save.
effort. Palace with a clutch
Also,
save.
shout out to-
Still 3-1.
is it
Still a lot of time
Kesar?
for Lisico Dose to come back.
Kaser.
But Frederico
Kaser.
are making a hell of an
New,
impression in this game
newbie
one.
for Cinco Dose making them better, so that should be
Really
good.
rough start here for
Them,
Lisico Dose.
I know, tough result this week, obviously, but
But Kessar can bring him back into
That was this
it.
past week. You might.
Oh,
Oh, what the heck?
save.
What
Gee,
the
that's-
heck?
Incredibly
that's
fortuitous for
that's
Frontera.
a who touched it?
It's not out of nothing. Great composure
I don't
on
know,
show. Not trying to jump
Was-
or
I mean,
dive
that's
towards
gotta
the
hurt.
ball.
It
Letting
might
the
have
ball
been
do
Chelsea.
the work and getting it out of the way.
been
They
Chelsea,
don't
man.
want to stop.
If
so,
creating
my
chances.
MVP
Larson
my
bringing
MVP
it towards
case
the blue
is
goal
there.
yet again. Devin having to get it out to the side. Great pass in between.
Oh, that's
Larson,
really good.
Devin. Larson
good
gets
save,
back.
yep.
Clutch save as we enter the
Speaking
final
of
minute.
Lisico Dose, you
Lisico
might
Dose
want to
need
go
get
watch
a
back
couple of quick
the
fire
VOD
goals.
for this
And
matchup that happened just beforehand,
Palace
because
getting the second for Lisico
this looks like a
Dose.
whole different team
46
compared to what we
seconds
saw
remaining. They still have time.
in
They
this
still have a
matchup here.
chance to get back into it.
Dang. I mean, they're only gonna get better, right, with the addition of Kaiser and all that's like.
Skyline,
it's-
good to
they're
see
only
you in
gonna get
chat, and
better.
he does say
So
this is
I'm glad
winnable.
that we've already
Indeed,
played
and
them
we've
twice in
seen
league,
bigger
and we just have
comebacks.
to. We have to beat them in the cup, which arguably is
We've
harder because
seen
it's the extra game
teams in
modes
the
and stuff.
championship, and
But
Premier both get back into it quickly.
oh, Palace stopped touching the ball. Holy cow! There you go.
Triple, quadruple.
To throw up the final defender for Frontera.
Can we talk about
And
the
with 37
512,
seconds remaining,
logo?
Frontera now
Is
only
fuego.
have a 1-goal lead.
It is.
The Cinco Dose, a highly defensive
It
affair.
perfectly
Both teams
matched
doing
up
great
to
at stopping
geography,
each other from
get the
creating
area
good
code.
chances.
Yeah, it's
This
fire.
might be an opportunity for Kessar.
Stop
Four.
it.
Wait a
Post.
minute.
Snipe.
Wait a minute.
What a
Top cheddar,
finish.
dude.
Dude,
What a hit.
Per hour, 67 kilometers per hour, off of Allen'sBangersOnly.com radar.
Yes, Allen'sBangersOnly.com radar grid. Hell yeah.
A better finish
Brilliant.
than that from any player.
I mean, that was
this
just a
season.
banger even by itself.
Kessar with his second.
Yeah,
Not even
of the
including the
season.
speed.
Let's see
That was
Dose
just-
back
oh my
in it
gosh.
with less than 30 seconds remaining. It is 1-1. Oh, I don't think Kessar met that second touch. He gets a nice third touch to the middle,
Oh.
and Kessar gets
Oh.
back right on
Okay,
time to make
we're
a critical
bumping our
save.
teammate, but you know, we made a cool save.
He might have struggled in game
Oh.
one.
Yep, there's no beans. Nobody has beans.
Oh, Larson now. Larson stepping up.
Good shot, though.
Oh.
On the sidewall.
Look, it's Chelsea,
Off of
man,
the
dude. I'm
ceiling.
telling you.
Beats Palace with a
I mean,
well-timed
if we're
shot.
taking Loy Boy out of it,
Taking
he's
no
my
man's land.
MVP
And
first
Cats
half of the
aren't gonna
season.
get there either.
My
For
goodness.
Derek
So-
Cole.
And that was
Sorry,
an
everybody else,
easy-
but
Two. And they're now on match point. But still, the team in blue, the Seattle boys, bring themselves forward. Shot on net, off target from Toad, and a counterattack
Oh, this is
now.
one of my
Going the other
favorites.
way. Luis setting it up for Huey. What a goal!
Touch.
Return of
Pass,
Huey,
bro.
man.
Yeah, Huey on EM.
Matador takes
Transfer,
the
inter
lead
squad
with
transfer
1 minute
or
14
inter.
seconds to go.
Man,
Inter squad, inter,
downfield approach from ECRC.
Inter
Touch
squad
a little bit too
transfer.
high. Next thing you know,
Yeah, I don't know.
That's one of the quickest counterattacks I've
But,
seen. And
good to
early
see Huey
contender
back
for goal of the week from El Matador.
on this team,
that
and-
passing play
Dang,
and
that's a
then
good.
back to
That's a
Huey.
good goal to start
Chef's
out with.
kiss. Dude, for real. Saved off the line at the
Oh,
last
look at
second.
Huey go! Oh,
Oh
my
my God.
God! How did that not go in, Devin? Oh, look from Luis.
Oh, Luis, what are we doing? No,
Wait,
that's
wait.
rookie. Rookie numbers.
Oh,
Can't
no.
give Gojo the ball.
What a
Ooh,
save
good
from
save.
Huey. He pulls
Scary.
Oh, I got that boost too. Toad's gonna
Toad's
get it.
From
Toad will take it.
taking a game 2 loss. This overtime is still going.
It's a great pre-jump. Oh, we'll
You
never
look
know.
away for a second, you can literally forget.
Oh, that's it for that
They
series.
scored on that net.
Oh,
Because it was quite literally off the kickoff, and they get the next one.
Pico David.
scored.
Never mind.
Alert,
He's
alert.
my hero. He's my
No.
He's my MVP. Well, we're just clearing out the. We're just clearing him out.
David open net.
Get in there, Pico David.
Casey
Watch for that
Calderon
miss for
conceded that
fatality.
against him
Next
of
thing
all
you know.
people. Argos
Also, fire decals
made
from the
fun of
KC
him for
boys.
only
I
getting
love
8 points
that.
in game 1,
Dude,
but
they-
now
they
Pico
fucking
David
figure it out,
gets the
please.
goal against KC Cauldron.
My goodness, and they go up 2 on Casey
Oh,
Cauldron
yep,
right
here we
now,
go.
too. I
Red
know
zone
they made a
stream.
sub with Bunch coming in. And look
Oh,
at this.
God.
they
Oh,
got
how did we miss
the
that?
ball
Who was
from a
that? Was that
pass to
Gojo?
Wicca in mid.
Good grief.
Gojo got the
Oh my
pass.
God! Why'd that happen? Spanky
I will
opened
say,
it
guys,
by
I
a great
love the
pass
red zone
from
streams.
Gojo, and he couldn't get it in, and now he's
So,
back to
somehow
banging. I thought that
I'm
was
loving
game
it.
2 for ECRC, but this overtime
Maz
is
got
still
me
going
the
on.
overlay in time.
Yeah,
These
what a
teams do
freaking
not
So
want
we
to
were
be the one
both,
that gives up that goal.
able to have the
It's not even
overlay
playing,
ready to
like,
go
Looks
instead
great.
of the text
defensively
box
either.
one
They're just
this
playing
time.
No, nice. It
defensively
looks great.
enough to, you know, get the touches
Toad?
necessary. Oh my gosh, I thought that one had a chance to
Oh,
go in.
demo.
Unfortunately, Toad gets demoed.
Yeah, I like the red
What a
zone.
Shot back. Could that be it? Oh
What
my
a
gosh,
save.
it's still
Unbelievable.
out.
What
It's
a
not in.
save! And
Me
that
legit
was
wondering, it's like, wait,
indestructible.
which,
Not
should I look at the big one or the small one?
This time.
Yeah.
Incredibly even games 3 right now, but it's still 2-1 to ECRC. Can El Matador get themselves
Oh, yeah,
back
don't
in?
go for that.
They have 2 minutes left. They have all the time, but ECRC are looking very confident at the back.
Yeah, they're
what,
looking
break
really
up?
confident, but as you
Oh,
mentioned, a lot
get
of
in
them
there.
score a goal and they get that second here through Indestructible, who lays that down,
Good pass.
puts it into the
Just
bottom,
floating.
and just gets the slightest
Yes,
of
from
touches
Spanky,
down to
that's
that
pain.
one, off the post and in.
And we see Indestructible and Spanky both on 2 goals, both on a hat trick.
Toad?
It
One
is
more?
tied at 2-2.
Oh, bro,
But
he's
we
so
see the
good.
third.
Oh my
Gojo comes
gosh.
in.
You
To
look.
get the
I think it's a
third
mental
with
thing with the
another
car.
Toad
You're like,
death
dude, he's not
assist.
good in his
Look
car.
at
Like,
that
he's not an
improvisation
octane.
right
Like,
there
he's not a
to get to the
Fennec,
ball.
dude.
Huey
And
got
every
ready
time,
for it.
he's
Leaves it
insane.
open
And
net.
it's just like,
And
dude, why
hits
do I
over
think
committing
like that?
once
Like,
again.
Maz is goated.
Puts El Matador on the back foot.
Like, why is he
Who
still there?
knows?
Why am I
Where
still
he
having
had
to
Dallas
defend
Burke could have
this?
been
Why
had
does he
season
always have
played
100 boost? Why is my boost
earlier,
always
but
gone?
he's
You know, it's like
here,
all
and
those
he has
questions.
made his presence felt. And he had Dallas Burke.
Wait.
He to defend.
Oh, fatality!
Now
Stop
he is
it!
back. He gets his hat trick this time, and he gives
Stop
Casey
it.
Cauldron the lead.
I mean, he talked to him
with
that
Kickoff.
one.
And we have no time to
Wow.
enjoy anything. But goodness, what a play from
Dang,
Fatality.
yeah.
Getting the ball
That's
up
what
to the
I
ceiling,
imagine my
drop
dribbles
it
look
down,
like, and they
get
don't.
the little pop up
'Cause I don't
into the
score them,
corner.
but I
That
don't
is
think they
just
look that pretty
brilliant
either,
from
so.
Fatality. Taking
The free play
lead
shot that
back.
never
On
goes
his
in
own,
in
like that touch
competition.
right there. He was not
Yeah.
trying to boom the ball away. He wanted to keep it close, and that
Champ-
allowed him to
champ
get the open
highlights
net.
now.
And he gets a second right there.
Oh my
Oh, what a
gosh.
save.
Hamburger Hunter diving across the goal with a huge save to keep this.
Dude,
a
Axton Rose had
one-goal
some
difference.
actually insane defense.
And it started out with such a brilliant play by Nose as well. Getting it
All
two-part
parts.
snap, the back pass. Bisbo maybe could get another. Oh, but it's
Oh,
just
what are we
off the
doing?
crossbar. It's a bit too much. Tried to get the soft touch.
Christmas
Yeah, I
knocks
think
it
they
up the
were.
middle.
Well, Axe and Rose were a little outmatched there.
Net in the air, 50-50. This time it's Lloyd.
They were
Boyd
able
getting
to
there
get the
first.
job done.
Bigly,
decently
back
well
wall.
defensively.
Right dog. Not
That
able to get a
transition
touch.
game
I
but
saw
just
Lloyd Boyd the
like
whole
that.
time.
Boy, The lead.
We were going crazy in
leader
chat. I was like, I
in
can shoot this, and I was like,
It's
no,
his
no, no, no,
second
no.
of the game.
They're
Nah.
not expecting that.
Great passing sequence
They're not ready
there,
for it.
and able
All
to
three of
take
them to jump.
advantage. Loyboy
Yep.
flying across the middle, takes the
Yep.
2-1 lead with
I
another
was
19 to go.
I
in
was
game
personally
one.
proud of that.
Gonna
I
have
was
to get something
personally
going
proud
if they're
of
gonna do anything in this game.
Excellently
One.
placed pass.
At this point, probably just
So
trying to
what's
play
that
for
decaf?
some good feelings.
They,
Christmas
yeah,
looking to get
Christmas
those,
went,
and he
yeah, that
does
double
with
was
a
nuts. There was another shot that,
tremendous double
was it,
tap
I don't
off
remember,
the
was Christmas
wall,
at, or
rotating around his car.
somebody
cuts
else had that
lead in
was
half
really,
with
really good
17
too, like a
seconds.
passing play.
I've seen some crazy things
Yeah.
before in this game.
Why have a
Christmas
not?
might be
Weird
Pat.
kickoff.
It must have been, but
I think we
Christmas is
also
past,
did
but
see
he's
this
still
weekend
kind of
getting
goaded,
that weird
so.
kickoff on
Yeah.
the goal
good.
as he went up against Musty 17 seconds into that craziness.
Really fun to spectate. At least that goal over there. Incredible work. Great job, everybody.
Yeah, great clips. Great clips. We're not just a boring tap-in league. Well, maybe for Pico David, but for other
Hey.
people, we're hitting some good clips, so it's good. It's good.
Is good indeed. I gave you some content this time around to work with. Now that we're at this point, I know we don't really have I guess. Wait, did you want to do this week?
No,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
do it next week. I have a better idea. I really thought I could figure it out, but
Okay. Well, hold
do it
on.
next week.
Hold on.
Yep.
It's all good. The idea is there. We just gotta execute on it. So hold with
Yes.
us.
Yep.
But yeah, I think with that being said, let's take a look ahead to week 10. And funny enough, for the podcast, we're like 2 games behind. It's crazy that they got that EC Defiance got done with Azul on Sunday. And then literally just before this stream, it's like, well, let's Cinco Doce, EM Dallas Burn. Done.
I think it's good, right, to get them done earlier in the week. I will say the TA Emerald City RC series is going to be tomorrow. Flirting between 6:30 and 7. I think Toad just mentioned it's better for them to do it 7. So I think 7 Pacific time. 7 Pacific time, 10 Eastern. Not 100% confirmed, but about 95% confirmed. So that one will be tomorrow. So just stay tuned for that. Of course, I don't know about the other matches, but yeah, 2 sweeps to start out the week. Well, I mean, here's my thing, Devitt. I kind of want everything to be a sweep, which would be just super cool, just to see 3-0s like across the board. Of course, that's not super content, so it's like, can we get some game 5s in there, you know? But we'll see.
Not super content. It's crazy that like we still had a decent amount of good content even when the games were, you know, not as close this time around. So now it's like, how do you package it all together for like that 5-game thrower plus the content of it all? And that's where you're hoping these clips will shine here this next week. Maybe not for the first 2, but I mean there is opportunity at least in a couple series I can see.
Yeah, which
I'm
one
really
are you
hoping for-
circling?
I'm circling 3 series to watch out for. It would have been 4 if we hadn't already seen it and gone the way that it did. But I am circling EM Casey Cauldron because that feels like a classic at this point.
Yep.
Timbers Army ECRC, you guys.
Yep.
And Axe and Rose EC Eternal, the battle of 5-6. Not 6-7.
Not 6-7. Yeah. Don't mind those. Oh, I don't mind those. Maybe I can give some Axe and Rose some pointers before their match against Eternal, but yeah, that one should be interesting. That game in particular is gonna show like is EC Eternal kind of in that mid tier, and Axe and Rose kind of more towards the bottom tier, or are they both very like close and kind of still in that middle tier, or kind of the bottom part of that middle tier, but are they still in that middle tier? So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, KCEM is going to be a treat, so hopefully that gets scheduled when I can commentate, because that's going to be fun.
Okay, well, at least maybe to give yourself a little bit of a hype up for Axe and Rose, maybe you can push them over the finish line, because the first time these 2 teams played, it was in the Cup, and that was a 4-3 to Eternal. So at Game 7, maybe you could push them to maybe a 3-2 over Eternal this go around. Be fun to see. They did not get the run back in the league but this is their chance to, finish out strong. And yeah, as far as the other two series are concerned, I mean, ECRC back up on the rise. You guys looking as solid as ever, trying to maintain your spot. I can't not circle that one. I'm really hoping for the best out of that one. And EMKC Cauldron, I better see those lineups. I better see Huey. I better see Serrano. I better see Smitty, Funge, Fatality, Skyline, Indestructible. Hell, if you want to get Kuv in there, go right ahead. I need to see it all. Need to see Kiwi? Good shout. What a shout. We have not seen Kiwi in ages.
Get Kiwi in here, dude.
That dude's so good. We just have not been able to see him. It's kind of tragic.
Yeah, yeah, you're giving me some ideas for next week. Maybe next week we can do some new segments. I'll write them down and run it by the admins / you guys and see if you want to do them. Do like upset alert kind of thing. Are we concerned? Are we not concerned? Kind of thing. We'll see.
Okay.
Could be fun. But yeah, exciting matches in week 10 coming up, and gosh, we're in 2026. I think everything ends like March, early March, I think, which kind of is perfect with at least with the MLS season. I think we talked about that last week too. So get your matches scheduled, because we want to see some cinema. And maybe we're wrong. Maybe all the matches are going to be cinema this week, and I would be okay with that, as long as my team wins.
Couldn't have said it better myself, but I'm also on a bye week. So, you know what? Good luck, everybody. And honest good luck to you all. I get to spectate you all from the sidelines. As mentioned, make sure you go schedule your matches. Let's get this thing going. Let's have a cinema week. I look forward to seeing it, and hopefully we'll have some new things for you rolling next week. But also, Rydog and I are accountants, and it is busy season. So, we'll see. We'll plan for it. We'll see how things go. Hopefully we'll have things go and we'll get things executed for you. But as far as the podcast goes, this episode is just about done and dusted. And until we see you guys in the booth for the next SGL stream, we will say bye for now. Peace.